ECU football, a sport that brings together a town, people of all ages and generations to experience a day of triumphs and defeats. And while the stadium right now is quiet and empty, for Carl Davis, it's filled with memories that he wrote down in his book, My View from 20 Rows Up, One Pirate Fan's Story of ECU Football. Joining us today is Carl Davis. Thank you for being with us today.
Well, I'm very happy to be here.
So tell us a little bit about what inspired you to become, one, an ECU Pirate, and two, to write this book.
Well, to become a Pirate, I came here with my family to an ECU game when I was a small child. Then I came to school here 10 years later, and of course have followed the Pirates throughout that whole period of time. But what inspired me to write the book was we traveled 190,000 miles in 23 years to follow the Pirates. The travel, all those games that we went to, I think that inspired me to write the book. A lot of the things that happened along the way, a lot of the things we saw, the people we met.
20 Rows Up, which is where we are right now. How did you, one, choose this spot, and what's the story behind that?
Well, we, over the years, had been in various spots in the stadium, but then at some point we found these seats and with friends around us, and we just liked the view from there, and so we stayed there for many, many years.
What's in the book? What can people get excited about to kind of dive into your memories in the ECU Pirate football history?
Well, there's a couple of parts. I had the first 2/3 of the book is school by school. In other words, by our opponents. I start with Appalachian and I work my way through all the schools that we've played in the last 30 years. Our relationship to those schools, and also the relationship in the football hierarchy, where those schools are, where they were then, where they are now, and where we are in relation to them. Last third of the book is all about what I call superlatives. I talk about the best fans we ever ran into consistently.
Yeah.
The best stadium that we went to, besides this one, because we're a little bit prejudiced about that.
Yeah.
but we also had, the best player we ever saw. The best player we ever saw was Chris Johnson. He's the only person to ever play at East Carolina who was a first-round draft pick and who was also a first-team All-American.
Wow.
Best coach, best Pirate, best scholarship we ever gave. We give all these athletic scholarships.
There's something else that's really special. This book also helps ECU students, for people who buy it.
Yes, in October of last year, we established a scholarship, an access scholarship, which is for someone who can't afford to come to college. And all the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds from the sale of the book, all will go to the scholarship.
So in your 23 years, I know it's hard because they're like all your children, what is your most prized memory or your favorite memory from your experiences?
I think there's one game that separates, or that's separate from all the others. In 1999, after Hurricane Floyd, and I know you're new to the community, but the team was stranded in South Carolina where they played the week before, and we couldn't play the game here. And of course, we were supposed to play the Miami Hurricanes. So NC State had an open date. So we went to Raleigh and we played that game in Raleigh. Miami was ranked in the top 10 in the country, and we beat them right at the end of the game. Big come from behind win.
Yep.
And so that had to be it.
And where can people also buy this book or get it?
It's available locally here at UBE on Cotan Street, at Stadium Sports at 14th and Charles, and it's available on Amazon. All you have to do is type in My View from 20 Rows Up and it'll be right there.
Thanks for joining Meghan Gets Booked as we highlight local authors in our community, and make sure to be a part of Pirate Nation by attending an ECU football game.